Smoke buddies, smoke buddies, smoke buddies, smoke buddies.
Welcome to another episode of Smoke Buddy Smokecast, where our favorite cologne is loud. I'm your boy KT. I got my smoke buddy DJ Cool here with me today. What's good, bro?
Yeah, what's happening?
Hell yeah. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. On the road to 1,000 followers, you know what I'm saying? As soon as I get to 1,000, I'm going to get 10 of y'all a free Outlast t-shirt. The link to the website is in the description. Go check me out. Outlast Apparel. Man, what's good, bro? What we got going on out here, man? Some bad news in the NBA.
Man, it's rough. It's rough out there for you Dallas folks, man.
When it rains, it pours.
Don't it though?
When it rains, it pours. Not only did the Dallas fans, let's give a little recap. They found out overnight, or whatever, out of the blue, they sent the face of the franchise
Facts.
to the Lakers.
Facts.
In return, they got what's the tall boy name?
Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Davis went down from an injury.
First game,
standing by himself, right?
Yeah, non-contact injury.
Non-contact injury.
Yeah.
And then last night,
your boy Kyree Irving, man, going and playing his ass off too, playing as well as he ever played towards ACL. My mama got this thing about bad juju. She call it juju. She say, when you do some foolishness, that shit come back to bite you in the end. And depending on how you interpret the game of basketball, it's just that Luka shit it shouldn't have went down like that. It just shouldn't. He's too good to be traded for. And Anthony Davis is a phenomenal player, but he's too good, and he just led you to the finals. And then you tried to call him fat on the way out. You tried to talk bad about the man's name. That's where I feel like the real juju part of it come in, because they tried to talk bad about the man on the way out.
Out the door, motherfucker, try to talk about you on your way out the door like I ain't
That's
filled this stadium up, like I ain't, because wasn't nobody really concerned about Dallas no more.
No, we just went to the finals last year. We went to the finals. I led the league, and that man led the league in scoring. It's only two people in the history, I ain't gonna get y'all too nerded out on the Smokecast, but it's only two people in the history of the game that been to at least 5 playoff appearances and averaged 30 points. Luka Doncic and Michael Jordan. You traded a man that averaged 30 in the playoffs, averaged 30 in the regular season, damn near triple-double because he's one of the best passers in the world, so he averaging almost 10 assists. And then you tried to call him fat. The man been fat since you drafted him. He was a chubby motherfucker when you drafted him. And if he's still chubby 5-6 years later, what that say about your franchise? If you felt like he was supposed to have been in shape by now. Don't get me wrong, you got to take accountability for how your conditioning is and how your body is. Yeah, that's on Luka. But if I carried you to the finals fat and out of shape, how you going to talk bad about me when you got on the phone and traded me? I ain't know nothing about this. I ain't asked you for no trade. I wasn't bitching about nothing. I wasn't like trying to hold y'all on some. It's not a contract thing where I'm trying to get more money. Nothing. You got on the phone and decided to do this shit under your own power and then talk bad about me. You could have just traded me and just been done with it. But then you gonna call me fat and all this, and he was hard to deal with and all the shit they always say about a motherfucker. It's like when somebody break up with somebody. Now it's all the bad thing. Oh yeah, okay, but okay, well now your whole team on IR because you done fucked around. And now Kyree would have torn ACL. That's your best player. Right. So now you talking about, let's just say on the good side, let's say he come back, he's 34 years old. So I mean, he ain't no spring chicken. Let's call it 10 months. Now you talking about basically the all-star break of next year. So now your next year is fucked too.
That's crazy.
So you traded the franchise for what now?
For what?
For what now? Exactly.
Let's fire up on that note, man. I'm about to fire up this doozy.
Gas.
Made by High Society. Diamond infused pre-roll. Bro got the wood. I'm going to go ahead and let you fire up the wood with the wood. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, because you a backwoods smoker.
Big blunts, ladies and
That's your lighter right there.
gentlemen.
I don't smoke backwoods, but you know what I'm saying, man. I picked it up. No, matter of fact, I can't even get that to you. I'm gonna buy you one. Somebody gave that to me, man.
That's right.
At the time when I had it, I probably would have smoked the backwoods. You know what I'm saying? But I'm straight paper plane gang now.
Yeah.
Salute.
Salute. Yeah, I'm a big blunt guy, ladies and gentlemen. You know, love. I fuck with the paper planes anyway. Smoke, man. I enjoy marijuana. I enjoy the finer things in life. So it ain't got to necessarily be rolling no wood, but like, yeah.
Don't do what we do though. We train professionals.
Professionals.
This is for educational purposes only. This is only tobacco, but we definitely, proud partakers in flower.
Facts.
There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not a big bong guy. A guy was asking me at work today, like, "Oh man, I hit the bong, man." I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, in my younger days, yeah.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? But now, no, I don't want a headache. I don't want to. I ain't got to. I'm a firm believer. Y'all know this on my channel. Less is more. You don't need that much. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got to. You know what I'm saying? You over there smoke. What's that truffle cake? You over there. That's finna have him high as hell. He might not even finish that.
Shit, excellent. Not gonna finish. This motherfucker, we still sitting here while this motherfucker, at the end when this burning, y'all gonna be looking at a different person.
That's funny as hell. During this episode right here, I'm gonna ask you some shit.
Facts.
And I know you got some shit to ask me too. Some of this shit, I probably. Damn, doozy.
Ooh, shit.
They say it's a doozy. This motherfucker definitely a doozy.
A doozy.
I probably asked you this shit like 2-3 years ago, but we grow since then. You know what I'm saying? It might be you feel another type of way. This King Louis, by the way, this King Louis right here, man, never could lose with the King Louis. But one thing I like to ask people, what type of driver are you? If you get to the yellow, is you stopping or you gonna speed through that motherfucker?
Oh yeah. I do remember this conversation. You know, I think the age I'm at now, I'm a little bit more cautious. But I'm not finna sit here and cap with you like if it's, depending on the that's one of them things that depend on the situation. I'm a gauge it correctly, and I ain't gonna do nothing reckless that's gonna put me or nobody else
running late for work. I'm through that bitch. I ain't in no rush. Yeah. And I'm high, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, shit.
If I'm burning one, we take your time. You know what I'm saying?
I can wait for the motherfucking light, man. Light might be your chance, goddamn it, throw on the song you want to hear, goddamn it, or something. You know what I'm saying? Check the glove compartment, throw you an air freshener on. Yeah. Or something. It's cool to sit at the light sometime, man. Motherfuckers are always in a rush to get nowhere, man. Like I said, if you late for work and you don't want to get that point, I hate they got that point system. They make people crash out over that shit, man. That point system be fucked up sometimes, especially when you gotta go through a train and a train that's just gonna sit there for an hour. Now you gotta go all the way around, and by the time you go all the way around, you're gonna be late anyway with the point. So you just take off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Fuck it. I see it all the time.
Yeah.
Drums or flats?
Flats. I ain't opposed to the drums. I know most people most people ain't crazy about drums. I'm not opposed to the drums, but if you gotta pick, you're going with the flats.
I'm going flats 10 times out of 10. They better know it when I get to the wherever we at. All flats. Which team do you think was better? The 72-10 Chicago Bulls or Golden State when they had Durant?
Oh man.
Y'all might think I'm crazy, but I think Pippen clamped KD. Pippen grabbing KD, man.
Really? That's a doozy. Speaking of a doozy,
Yeah, that
I'ma go.
That nigga has some clamps. That nigga has some defense, man. He going I'm not saying. Well, let me rephrase that because it sounds like I'm just saying he just gonna completely stop the nigga. No, I'm not saying that he gonna. I used the wrong word, but I just think he can play better defense than other motherfuckers around the league play on. KD, I think his defense would be better, and I don't think he. I know KD gonna do what he do, but I don't think he'll get off like that. He definitely picking up KD.
Also, on top of that, I'm gonna go with the Bulls because I don't think it's a wide margin, but I think there's a better chance of what you saying. There's a better chance of Pippen doing a good job on Kevin Durant than there is on anybody guarding Mike on Golden State. Like that shit that Iguodala did to LeBron that year when they gave Iguodala the Finals MVP. Like
he not doing that shit to Mike.
And by the way, if you and this ain't no disrespect to Andre Iguodala, he played his ass off, but the man still averaged 29. Like Bron still averaged 29 points in that series. So it's like if you talking about Mike, who is a pure scorer, whereas Bron is more so of a team facilitator that scores within the confines of his offense, then I just don't think it's nobody on Golden State that's gonna hold Mike. Versus it's a chance to what you said. It's a chance Pippen could just get down in that defensive stance and just give KD hell. And now you just got to worry about chasing Steph around. Which is going to make Mike tired. It's going to make Ron Harper and them niggas tired chasing him around and shit. But there's a better chance of that happening than there is of fucking Klay Thompson or somebody guarding Mike. That ain't happening. That ain't happening.
For sure. If it was a song, what song do you feel like is the number one classic of all time? Like any genre. It ain't got to be the number one, just one of the ones that you just think.
Something that should be universally considered a great song.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. I'm gonna go with Do I Do by Stevie Wonder. Timeless. It's a generational classic.
Rue, baby. My fault. I just wanted to throw that out there.
It's a generational classic.
Yeah.
And you know, we've talked about this on previous platforms, but I think Stevie Wonder, along with Prince and a couple other people, is the greatest musician
like who
of all time.
Who the fuck do you put against Stevie Wonder in the verse?
Nobody.
You can't play that Ray Charles card, man. Hell no.
Nobody. It's him and Mike. Yeah. It would have to be him and Michael Jackson.
You get all the way from Fingertips, all the way from when he was young, all the way to just all type. This nigga even got a feature on the DeBarges that Love Me in a Special Way. He come on there with the harmonica going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, Stevie got some shit. I don't know too many motherfuckers catalog.
And was one of the first people in the studio with Mike when they made when they was first putting the Ben album together. When Mike was first learning how to make songs, like learning how to make his own music, make hit records. Stevie was in their studio with him, teaching them shit. So it's like, yeah, I see Stevie. Well, I have Stevie Wonder in a God tier. There's the top tier. There's that Hall of Fame tier, and then that God tier.
Facts.
I see Stevie and he's untouchable.
Facts. Facts. Let me tell you somebody else y'all be hating on that's untouchable. Kels. Check me, go in the link. I'm putting my station head in there. Go check me out on Station Head. I'm finna come with that R. Kelly versus everybody. This playlist nasty right here. R. Kelly got something for everybody that even think they want to sing some baby making music or some R&B. He got something for all these guys, man. I'm gonna learn, y'all. Come check me out. KT Cornelius on Station Head. KT Cornelius, you gotta crawl before you walk, DJ Cool. I thought I told you that a long time ago. And then you got that backwood.
Sheesh. Yeah, you got to take y'all, anybody out there listening, take your personal feelings about Kels out of it and just consider the catalog.
We ain't saying nothing about the case.
It ain't nothing about the man.
Talking about
I'm talking about the catalog, bro. That catalog is untouchable. And like you said, versus everybody. Like whether you a fast tempo R&B, slow tempo R&B,
however you want to do it,
sexy music, the dog.
If you want to do opera, dog, you got a song for you.
And then the songwriting bag.
We ain't even talk about that.
You get what I'm saying? Like, done wrote for Maxwell, done wrote for Michael Jackson, done wrote, like, come on, man. You got to take your personal feelings out of that one. But that band untouchable.
Yeah. What's your favorite comedy movie? Nah, before that, stand up.
Favorite stand-up?
Stand-up comedian.
Oh, stand-up comedian. Shit.
Hold your pinky up when you sip this apple juice.
Got the pinky out on. I'll go. At one point in time, if you probably would have asked me this in my 20s, I probably would have said Eddie Murphy. At this point, I gotta say Chappelle. I kind of gotta say Chappelle at this point, only because I just think that the reason I don't be into as many comedians, like a lot of comedians, they just try to tell jokes, but they don't say nothing that's really relatable sometimes. Like it's just like a cat crossed the why did the chicken cross the road type shit. Like I don't necessarily need. I'm not necessarily that kind of comedian type of guy. I want some shit that's funny, but it's also damn near real life. You know what I'm saying?
Everything he say makes sense.
Yeah.
Everything he been saying, even back to the Chappelle show.
Yes.
The shit was like we lived that shit.
Yeah. Eddie Murphy, Chappelle, and Pryor. And I give you another one. For all of our Caucasian friends out there, Bill Burr. Bill Burr, one of the funniest dudes I've listened to. One of the funniest comedians in the world, bro. Bill Burr is one of the funniest dudes ever. So that's kind of my, if you want to call it a Mount Rushmore, I put that there. But if I take Bill Burr out, I put Cat in there.
Y'all can answer these questions in the comments as well. You know what I'm saying? We all smoke buddies, you know what I'm saying? Let us know your favorite special, favorite comedian, because when you like to, watch something funny. What's your favorite comedy movie?
Life. Life.
That motherfucker sitting right there on top of the Blu-ray player, man. Life.
Yeah, man.
Life. I was talking.
Out of Pappy.
I was talking to my wife, and we be sharing this little joke and shit. We be talking about the pies and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, the funny part about the pie scene was he didn't even really get a chance to enjoy the shit because it was too hot. You know what I'm saying? That's why I had me rolling because I done been there before. My grandma did bake the pie. Leave that pie alone. Let it rest for a minute. I go up in there and try, so I can relate to what he was going through. I'm like, man, he burnt the roof of his mouth, his tongue, and everything.
Yeah. But going back to what you just asked me, I feel like, I feel like I almost want to edit myself. I cannot believe I just put Bill Burr ahead of Bernie Mac. God rest his soul. Bernie Mac. That was the last person on that list. Bill Burr I fuck with, but Bernie Mac is ahead of him. Bernie Mac is on my Mount Rushmore.
You gotta give a I see what you had did there anyway. Like you gotta get your favorite white comedian too.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
It's only right. You know what I'm saying?
I just didn't want to mention him before Bernie. You know what I'm saying? Like God rest his soul. Bernie was the GOAT.
You want me to edit the Bill Burr?
Nah, hell no. I fuck with Bill. Nah, I fuck with Bill.
I edit that shit.
Nah, hell no. I fuck with Bill. But no, he not going ahead of Bernie. That's disrespectful.
Who holding it down on the comedy sitcom?
All time.
Yeah,
I think it ain't really but one answer, is it?
it's only
It's
one.
only one answer. It's Martin.
It's only one.
It has to be just Martin.
On the. Just listen to this, my smoke buddies out there. Just listen to me. On the replay value, on the being able to just go through and watch it,
Yes.
and it seemed like you seeing it for the first time. You know what's gonna happen,
Yes.
but you still laugh.
Fallout crime.
And a lot of that shit was improv.
Yes. Yes.
The dog.
The dog.
That was improv. Like he made that shit
bro.
up on the spot.
On the
like,
spot.
Come on, man.
Had everybody on the set dying laughing. They had to move their faces out the way because they wasn't even ready for it.
Facts.
Like, true, that's real comedy.
And they just surprised him. And it made him laugh, you know. So they just thought that's, and then it shows how just being around people, y'all make each other great. You know what I'm saying? Because I think everybody on that was funny. Tommy was funny. Cole was funny. Pam was funny as hell. Gina was even funny. You know what I'm saying? And all the characters Martin played, even White Boy Bob, the co-worker with Jay, like even the old man that used to always want to fight. The old lady he used to get into it with, like it was the side people too.
Yes,
the Geechee he ran into at the driver's license place. Like it was just the other characters was just as funny too. You know what I'm saying?
What was my damn? I feel disrespectful. What he changed? What was his name when he went to the coat? The man who lays on the floor. Like I forgot what he said, but that's one of the funniest episodes.
Man.
Yeah, Martin is the only real. That's the only real answer. Bro.
Who a close second though?
Is Chappelle Show a sitcom, or is that's a sketch show? Right, that's like Wild 'N Out almost. Is Chappelle Show a sitcom? Because if it is, then that's second. But if not, I guess I don't know. I don't know if it.
Nah, it's a skit. We ain't gonna count
because that's a skit. Yeah, like so.
That's goated. On the skit side, I'm just talking about shit like, you know, My Wife and Kids, motherfucker, the Bernie Mac show.
I fuck with My Wife and Kids.
Jamie Foxx show. You gotta think about the Cosby Show. Well, that was like more like kiddie life, but Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Fresh Prince.
The Jamie Foxx show was funnier than the motherfucker.
Jamie Foxx show was
the
funny.
Wayans brothers.
Oh, that's a good one. I'm gonna throw you a curveball. Everybody Hates Chris.
Okay.
Everybody Hates Chris because I feel like Pam was damn near funny. Tashina Arnold. She was damn near funnier on Everybody Hates Chris than she was on Martin. Like she was hilarious on there. So I'm gonna go with Everybody Hates Chris. Okay. Even though you probably right. Jamie Foxx probably is the right answer though. Cause that shit was
ain't no right. I mean, Cause it's what you. I just know I used to watch that shit. I back in the day, I'm like, this shit funnier than a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Braxton ass was goofy. Then dude that was on Martin, the uncle. You know what I'm saying? He funny. Motherfucker. He always been funny, man.
Yeah.
What was your favorite rap beef? And when I say I'm not talking about a motherfucker got smacked, I'm talking about like
just no wax.
Overall, the lyrics, back and forth, and the what I'm saying, like the back and forth and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like what was what hit the hardest at home with you? You know what I'm saying? It ain't necessarily have to end with no death or no shit like that, but just like a rap beef, like niggas get into it and then they get to spitting them bars and shit. What was your favorite back and forth? This motherfucker fire.
Man, I'm damn near toasted over here.
That big ass backwood.
I feel like who I'm throwing curveballs today. But who just me sitting back just learning more and more the older I get about shit. the most underrated beef of all time, and I feel like it damn near, if you go and really chop it up, the lyrics and shit that they were spitting at each other, it might be the best one, or it's up there with LL and Cannabis. Cause motherfuckers didn't really give Cannabis his due. That Cannabis diss track that he did on LL was hard. That shit was hard, and the back and forth that kind of ensued was like it could have been a little bit more epic than it was.
My guy Mad Dog be standing on Cannabis, one of the
Bro,
best
that
rappers,
Cannabis diss was nuts. Like but it's some shit where it's like if you love somebody so much, you ain't even gonna let that type of thing seep into your mind. And the LL gets so much love that it's like, nah, Cannabis ain't do that. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Ladies and gentlemen, if you ain't never heard the disc, go listen to that Cannabis disc. He, and it's 90s shit, so it don't necessarily sound like what rap sound like today. But no, that one and Jay and Nas. Because it felt like it had authenticity to that. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm really messing with your baby mama type shit and the other shit. And obviously they in New York, and you know how them New York motherfuckers is. They don't believe in us doing this together. They gonna always be like they want a king at the top. That's just kind of how New York is. They want to be the king of shit. So I felt like at that time, for two niggas that good at rapping, two thorough lyricists, two thorough rappers, and I was in a space where that was right in the midst of me in high school. So we was talking about that shit every day. Every day. You got your Nas people over here, you had your J people over here, and it was a debate every day at the lunch table. So that's the one that I guess kind of resonates with me the most, because it's got the most nostalgia for me. I remember them debates on the school bus and at the lunch table.
Yeah.
How about you?
You know, I was coming up in that Pac and Biggie. You know, so that shit was like a movie. And nigga had already dropped All Eyes on Me or some shit and put that motherfucking hit 'em up out with on like a single back when they had you had like the single, remember the single tapes?
They give you like the single on there,
and then but on the back is the instrumental or some shit
got
like
it,
that.
got it, yeah.
It was one of those joints, and I happened to be, you know, near North Riverside Plaza.
Okay.
I went in there and I copped it, and I went to the barber shop, and they was like, man, they say, goddamn it, they bring it up in there. He talking about it. He like, man, they say he dropped a song, man. I can't wait to hear that motherfucker. You know, that motherfucker burning a hole in my pocket. I say, hey, I got it. You know what I'm saying? They threw it on right there. We listened to it in the barbershop. That nigga Pac made a diss song out of an R&B song.
See, I just learned
Toss
something
It
new.
Up was a diss song.
Yeah, I just learned something new. I didn't even know. That's crazy.
That was a diss song.
Yes, it was.
That era right there, that them bars they was spitting. I hated it ended like it ended, and then I didn't even like, you know, Biggie back then. You know what I said? I was just fucking with Pop.
Yeah.
But then when I went and I did my you know, my listen to on Biggie, and I was listening to what he was saying, I'm like, man, it's minus the Paul shit, you know what I'm saying? Because he was saying some shit that was crazy. But minus that shit, man, he was spitting some shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't get a lot, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't able to put a whole bunch out there before he left. We had, Pac had way more music, you know what I'm saying? And I watched him just evolve, you know what I'm saying? From when he started to, you know, he had got in his zone. Pac was really in his zone, man. Like, everything he was jumping on was, I just be hating they all, every time they talk about Pac, they play California. Like, man, he had so many more hits that was touching the soul way harder than, you know what I'm saying?
Ain't nobody did more with 24 years on Earth than he did.
He got a song. He definitely got a couple of those songs we was talking about that's classics. Keep Your Head Up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Dear Mama. You know, Brenda's Having the Baby. Like, he got songs that you could just hear from years and years. And I just don't think other rappers like got a lot of songs like that for his name not to be mentioned in the top everything. But he got so many songs that you can listen to 100 years from now, and you're gonna be able to feel it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of songs you hear it and you be like, that's a raw song, but that replay value for decades to come. How many of those songs do you got? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's why I say it's, you know, it's certain people that we just gotta understand. That's why I wanted to say a Stevie, even though you know, my favorite rapper might be a Wayne or a Jay-Z. I feel like there's a tier of people that we need to hold in a certain light because their music stood the test of time, lifetimes.
They shouldn't have to be versus nobody.
You know what I mean? When I saw that Isley Brothers and Earth, Wind and Fire versus, like, dog, it's like when they was up there talking about what's the shout the Isley Brothers, 1959. They dropped a hit in 59 and then he had a hit with the R. Kelly shit with him and Kelly Price in the 2000s. Like, dog, some of you motherfuckers can't make it 5 years. And there ain't no disrespect to nobody that's out there trying to rap, nobody that's out there trying to sing. Like, true artistry stands the test of time, man. That's why I brought up Stevie earlier. That's why I brought up Michael Jackson. That's why I brought like that true artistry. I'm the biggest Wayne lover in the world. I don't know that 50 years from now that Wayne's music is gonna stand the test of time. And I love him to death. I don't know that. But Stevie, Prince, Mike, it's already been 50 years. And they done already stood the test of time. So that's
a lot of people music don't stand the test of time.
Yeah.
You just can't keep playing it over and over again.
Yes, sir. So
like, please comment, and definitely press that subscribe button, man. On the road to 1,000 followers. We appreciate y'all tuning in with us today. We're gonna be back. You know what I'm saying? DJ Cool gonna pop over here every chance he can get. Y'all see you right back. You know what I'm saying?
Let me hit you with that question real quick before you get it. I ain't gonna take you too long. I ain't gonna take you too long, but I know
I forgot.
Something that you obviously a business owner, a man on his own t-shirt business.
Outlast Apparel.
Outlast Apparel. But yeah, man, I was just gonna say, now that you've been doing this for some years now, what's something that you, like, if you knew then, let's say 5 years ago, that you like, oh, I would have been out of here if I knew this 5 years ago, as far as just the business of it or the branding of it, whatever it may entail, that you just came up on maybe in the last year or two, that you like, oh, I would have been out of here if I knew this 5 years ago.
Man, if I would have just started simple, with just simple, like, one color design, and push that first, you know what I'm saying, and then get into something else. I started, like, trying to do too much in the beginning, too many colors, paying so much money, you know what I'm saying, and I just feel like if I would have started simple, I would have been, you know what I'm saying, took off and had that, you know, trademark, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, this dude right here, every time you see that. But I was doing too many different logos. Like, I was doing, you know, instead of focusing on one. And that's what I wish I would have did. I think I would have been, you know what I'm saying, I was just buying all the shit. Didn't even need it. You know what I'm saying? Just buying shit, you know, just following different influencers on YouTube and Instagram and everything. And man, the shit just so simple, man. It's 1, 2, 3. You know, I wish I had just invested my money somewhere else than getting all the equipment that I was getting. But I guess I had to do that to figure out which one I was gonna be comfortable with. You know what I'm saying? But I got so many machines, like $12,000, $13,000 worth of shit that I don't need.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But yeah,
Yeah.
just trying to, invest in myself, you know what I'm saying? But it's a learning process.
Always.
Learning process.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate the smoke buddies out there. Be safe out
I'm
there,
high
yo.
as hell.
Man.
I ain't
Zooted.
even gonna lie. The doozy was a doozy. I told y'all, bro, wasn't gonna finish that motherfucking backy.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Had to park him real quick.
Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Until the next time, stay high, my friends.
Smoke buddies, smoke buddies.